basketball at Oracle Arena, the home of the Warriors in Oakland, California. Live on 2K Sports. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, this is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, welcoming you to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And here are the Mavericks starting five, courtesy of State Farm. Shawn Marion and Dirk Nowitzki, both excellent players at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Collison, and it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Warriors, we've got Chamberlain. Steph Curry's out there with Havlicek. And it's Durant, and it's Iguodala in at the three, the small forward. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Well, one thing you love about Andre Iguodala is his durability. He's missed fewer than 30 games in his entire 8-year career. And one of those guys who takes great care of himself in the offseason, works hard, watches his diet. I think that's been a big factor.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Mark Jackson.
One struggle to have in this game is finding the right person or combination of players to match up with Dirk. The problem, Coach says, is how do you play someone who can hit jumpers at such a high release point while being quick enough to stay with Dirk when he drives. We'll see if they've come up with any answers, guys.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Now, here's Matthews. Quick shot there, and it's off target. And Iguodala, you spoke about his attention to diet and training, already a tremendous athlete, just naturally.
Yeah, but he's taking it to another level, and that's what the great ones do. They find ways to continue to get better no matter where they are currently. And last season, he dug into those salads, cut down or cut out candy bread and red meat, and a terrific athlete became better.
They get a hand on it. For the finish, and finished off by Collison.
And check out your point guard showing you major bounce above the rim.
How about this? The smaller the player, the bigger the highlight.
I love that.
And that was a highlight. Terrific finish.
And you really don't want to give up too many dunks like that. One is too many.
Oh, yeah, no, certainly you're right. You know, that's making it way too easy for sure.
Yeah, major breakdown defensively. They've got to tighten things up here.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Anderson Varejão's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Barnes comes in for Shawn Marion. Devin Harris is checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Darren Collison. A nice shot by Barea. The Warriors have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And Curry, here we go. And another basket for Golden State.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
And you have to give the ownership a lot of credit for the Mavs' success over the years, guys. A lot of people may not agree with things he has to say, but you can't argue with the success that he's had. He's spent his money, his resources. He's put a ton of passion and energy into building that franchise, and it's developed into one of the best in the entire league. He still couldn't finish, even though it looked like he had a lane to the rim, but too often that's the story for him.
Barnes can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 4. Iguodala dishes to Curry. And the jam with Iguodala.
Now we're cooking with gas, partner. My goodness.
A breathtaking display of aerial supremacy, no doubt.
It's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
You talk about passionate ownership on the sideline, actively involved in crafting the roster and the fan experience. You don't get much better than Dallas. From the top all the way down, it's all about winning and not afraid to push for what's best for the NBA.
And I think he wants the best for his players, too, and that's why, as a player, you've got to love, admire, and respect that. You know that he wants to win just as much as you do, and it's easy to go the extra mile and commit to a team where that's the case coming from ownership.
Hudson's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Rashard Lewis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Matthews comes in for Barnes. Havlicek, good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
And here's Matthews for the 3. No good. And Golden State will go the other way with it.
Well, Mavs coach Rick Carlisle is one of only 11 people to win a title as both a player and as a coach. He was on that Celtics team in '86 that won it all, and of course at the helm for Dallas in 2011.
And the basket by Harris.
Right out of the gate, just filling it up.
Both teams are, guys. I mean, points coming fast and furious.
And There's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That is his first foul of the game. Robert Parrish has checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Hudson. Outside Curry. The dish to Durant. Mavericks with the rebound. Well, you mentioned, Steve, Rick Carlisle's playing days. He played for 5 seasons in the NBA. Not bad for a third rounder.
Yeah, not bad at all. Spent some time with the Celtics. Won a championship, in fact. But he got right into coaching when his playing days ended. Knew exactly what he wanted to do and worked very quickly up through the ranks before taking that head coaching position with Detroit. And, of course, since with the Dallas Mavericks.
Excellent timing on that tip in. That's something that makes him so good. I mean, just great timing in the air around the basket. A gift.
Right side Curry. Back to Parrish. From the baseline. And the shot is good.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
Tipped away. Stolen by Havlicek. The shot no good. We're scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Mark Jackson. Parrish is out there with Chamberlain. And there's Klay Thompson. Then it's Goodrich. And it's Iguodala in at the 3. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hi, guys. Klay Thompson at 6'7" has the length to switch between shooting guard and small forward, saying, I see myself more as a natural 2-guard, being able to stretch the floor the way I can handle and see the floor, but I have no problem swinging and playing the 3. I just have to get stronger. Guys, he's certainly got shooting guard skills.
Yeah, his great skill level has always been his edge. Thanks, Doris.
Boy, how about that scene a year ago when the Warriors decided to retire Chris Mullin's number, and the team owner, was actually presenting Mullin. He was booed during the ceremony. Very ugly scene and very disappointing from the fans, but you have to understand their frustration, too. This is a team that has made the playoffs only once in the last couple of decades.
And here is Goodrich. Following the 3 from Wesley Matthews. Chamberlain with a screen on Merriam. Iguodala kicks to Chamberlain, and it's good. Chamberlain got his second bucket.
Came off the screen and did what I call a right now move, right to the rim. The defense had no time to recover.
Back to that moment you brought up, Steve, it was a tough scene to watch, and really it just seemed like an opportunity for the fans, I think, Clark, to vent more than anything else.
And Kevin, vent they did, but if you're a fan base that has gone through what they have over the past 4 decades, you can empathize with that built-up frustration. Still, it was an unfortunate thing to have happen on what should have been Chris Mullin's night.
Thompson with the bucket. The Mavericks leading. A 3 from Matthews. Parrish gets the rebound.
A very rough quarter for him as not much is falling right now. Put that ball up there and banged it home. Man, that was nice.
Little Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, that was strong.
Simple, direct, and effective. You know, one of the reasons the Warriors traded Monte Ellis last year was because they had Klay Thompson waiting in the wings. He got better size at the shooting guard than Ellis had, a dead-eye shooter, and I think a guy who has an opportunity to become a big-time player in this league.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And some changes here for the Mavericks. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Curry kicks to Cousins. Back to Curry. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And Cousins gets it to go. And once the Ellis trade opened up an opportunity for Klay Thompson last season, he did not shy away from the opportunity.
No, he seized it and embraced it. A lot of confidence for this young man, and you'd expect that coming from a basketball pedigree. His dad, Michael Thompson, the first overall pick back in the 1978 draft. After the trade, Klay Thompson averaged almost 19 a game.
Here's Curry after the Mavericks pick up 3. And that one's good. Curry's got 6 points.
That's grace over power, guys. With that finger roll, gets him 2 points. Impressive stuff.
And Barea with the basket on the assist by Harris.
9 straight points for them off of wide open looks from deep. Something has to change for this deep.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They've got to close out harder, get a hand up, make him put it on the floor.
Here's Cousins. The shot from the low post is good.
You know, as tight as this game is, you have to like their chances the way they've been rebounding.
They have a pretty good margin in that department, so they've got to continue to hit the boards hard, and it'll pay off for them in the end.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Chamberlain's checked in for Cousins, and it's Iguodala in for Hudson. Wesley Matthews checked in for the Mavericks.
Seeing the Mavs in the playoffs is something that is almost a given at this point. I mean, they've made it each season since 2001.
Alley-oop pass. No good from Durant.
Oh, it was a nice gamble, Kevin, but he just couldn't get it to go in.
Here's the three. And it's slammed in by Farisham. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead. 56 seconds left in the first half. Here's Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 6 points for Kevin Durant. Going back to Dallas, you do take for granted that somehow, some way, they'll find their way into the postseason, Steve. But the results, obviously, were they just got in, but they couldn't do anything once they got there.
Well, I give Mark Cuban a ton of credit for what Clark talked about, just the longevity of their success. And a lot of that has to do with Dirk Nowitzki as well. But Cuban had a vision. He's put together an amazing franchise, and Dirk has been the superstar to build around. What a run it's been for Dallas.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. Another miss by Barea. Warriors trail by 5. Iguodala kicks to Chamberlain. The kick out to Havlicek. Curry. Pass to Iguodala. Gets it to go. Iguodala's got his second basket.
Love the finish there. Not much defense, though.
Now here's Lewis. Barea kicks to Barnes. It'll count.
Wow.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Mavericks lead by 6. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. One of the stories here, Wesley Matthews getting it done today.
Well, we know he can score, so it's not really a huge shock to see him put up these kind of big numbers.
And I would think that he most likely will continue.
What the throwdown there.
Man, don't do that to him. That was fantastic. Wow.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Amazing.
That was amazing. Well, you look at Mark Jackson, I think he's got a ton of potential. As a head coach, he was a great point guard in this league, one of the all-time leading assist makers in NBA history, and a really good person. He has wonderful feel for people, a good communicator. He's got a chance to be really good.
Kicks it to Nowitzki. Takes a three. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And Steve, we talked about Mark Jackson's potential as a coach. New to the profession, but a long-time playing career as a point guard. He was a leader, certainly, and recognizes that. And how do you think he'll be, as he continues on? Think he'll be successful?
I do, Kevin. He communicates well. We talked about it, the fact that he was a broadcaster. Obviously speaks well and is funny, and I think that's important as a coach. He's also very demanding. He knows what he wants. The biggest thing is he has to get players. And, when he came in last year, Golden State was very thin. They didn't have much talent, but they're starting to build that talent base, and I think Mark will grow with this team.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, fellas, a lot of excitement in the Bay Area about the direction of the Golden State Warriors. New ownership, a talented roster, and a new waterfront arena on the horizon. But as far as attracting big-name free agents, there's still work to be done. Point guard Steph Curry said, quote, "We're playing an exciting brand of basketball. We're unselfish, and we have high-character guys on this team." Hopefully, we can start enticing some guys to come play here. But it's a process of convincing the league that this is a winning organization. The reputation we've had in the past is dead. Guys, we'll see.
They certainly seem to be headed in the right direction, Dennis, with a good core attack.
Man, if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
They get it back. The second chance bucket is good. Chamberlain got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, had come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
That gives them the lead. Havlicek's got 8. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
A great matchup. I mean, these two teams really, really match up well talent-wise. I'm enjoying this. You know, the interesting story a year ago with Golden State was promising season ticket holders that they would make the playoffs. And, you know, I thought it went overboard a little bit because the Warriors team just wasn't quite talented enough to fulfill that promise. And anytime you put yourself out on a limb like that, it can be dangerous. You're now in a vulnerable spot.
Some changes for Golden State. Parrish comes in for Andre Iguodala, and Hudson subbed in for Havlicek. Then for the Mavericks, Lewis comes in for DeAndre Jordan, and Anderson Varejao subbed in for Dirk Nowitzki. Here's Hudson. Here's Chamberlain. Flushes it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Simply said, a tremendous rebound and a tremendous dunk. He's square.
He was a man possessed right there, Clay.
Yep. That's the kind of energy that you always get from him night after night.
And to be fair, the Warriors were in a position at one point where they had a chance at the playoffs. I'm going back some time now, but the injuries just put them out of contention.
Yeah, it really did. And although it derailed them a bit, it showed the value of depth, something the Warriors wanted to address this offseason. And they still have playoff ambitions because of that. I think he's just got to compose himself, gather himself. He may be trying a little too hard out there. Let it flow. Let it happen. Don't force it.
Different look here for the Warriors. JaVale McGee's checked in for Chamberlain. Iguodala comes in for Robert Parrish. Havlicek, he's checked in for Hudson. And it's Goodrich in for Steph Curry.
Boy, they have just gone crazy from three-point range since coming out of the halftime break.
Boy, it's been 1 3 after another, Steve. An absolute barrage.
It's Iguodala with the...
How about that basketball, man? Wow. You know, that's something he's capable of every trip down.
And it's just impossible to get tired of.
Yeah, there's always this excitement, this aura that surrounds him, guys, and the crowd senses it.
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. McGee in strong with the one-handed jam.
Man, oh man, finishing with flavor.
Yeah, he put something extra on that one, you're right.
And the bench going wild, guys. They love it. What an amazing dunk.
And here's Matthews for the 3. That one goes. Count it. Matthews has got 9 points here in the second half.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul. Chamberlain's checked in for Golden State. Curry comes in for Goodrich. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
I can't imagine that we'll see one better than that tonight.
I'm with you on that, aren't you, Steve?
Oh, yeah, I'd be shocked if we saw something more entertaining than that one.
Collison, the pass to Nowitzki. Nowitzki left side. Another 3 for Dallas.
I'll tell you what, three-point shooting, a huge factor for them offensively.
Man, defensively, you got to make an adjustment. I mean, you can't continue to collapse inside and give these guys quality looks.
It's good on the putback. Chamberlain got 12 in the game.
Excellent work to turn that miss into 2 points on the tap-in.
Hustle points, I believe they called it.
And great instincts, too. Just anticipating where the ball is heading. Great. Job there beating.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Warriors ahead, leading by 3. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Fourth quarter getting going here. It's time for the Sprite Uncontainable Game. Doris Burke with the report. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Our uncontainable game in this one, the stretch by the Warriors. It was in the third quarter when things started falling their way, and they were able to build this lead. No doubt they'll try to keep that momentum going through the end.
Okay, Doris, thank you. And that was quite a run, guys. That made a big impact on where we are right now.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say, Kevin. It was a major turning point. They really hit on something that, in the blink of an eye, had them scoring almost at will.
Well, you got to share the credit for that kind of run. I mean, you can't just say it was all about offense. There was some stingy, stiff defense being played, too.
So with Iguodala sitting on the bench, here's who's on the floor for Mark Jackson. Durant is out there with Parrish. Then there's Chamberlain. Then there's Hudson. And it's Curry in at the point guard.
Now, Jordan has a 9.5-foot standing reach. When you combine that with outstanding leaping ability, and you can see why Jordan can be such a lethal defender.
Yeah, very true, Steve. It's even tougher if you're the one trying to do the shot block. He has such great length and leaping ability that trying to go up and swat him is just asking to be put on a poster.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm him, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
Dallas calls timeout.
I tell you, last year was an interesting season for the Dallas Mavericks. I thought Rick Carlisle did his best to parse out minutes and try to get guys rest. He did have an older roster, particularly with guys like Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Kidd, Vince Carter. But it was a tough thing to overcome. They never really could build the momentum that they had found in years prior.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He told us, guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
Well, back to the Mavs a second. You know, when you have a team like that is aging, you put them in a compacted season, a lot of games in a very short window, that normally would not bode well for them.
No, it wouldn't, and they'll play more games this year, but overall, I think they'll be better off with more days to rest in between. As a matter of fact, I would love to throw that.
Oh, man, that was a real
Mark it up. Rock that rim. Gotta love that enthusiasm, folks.
Not only, Clark, did he rock the rim, he decided to hang around a bit for that one, too. I love it.
What a finish. That was just gorgeous.
Special thanks to Sprite for that sweet replay.
Boy, he's been so dependable here in this game, really playing well offensively.
Hudson, Lewis covering. That's good. Hudson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Matthews is checked in. Correa, no good. The Warriors trail. Now the pass to Hudson. Back to Curry. Plenty of space. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Stolen by Durant. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Durant's got 19 points. And here's Matthews for the three. That's good.
Well, the defense wasn't bad, but I think they've got to tighten up on it.
Timeout called the Warriors. One of the stories here, Wesley Matthews getting it done today.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Sean Marion is checked in for Lewis. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Anderson Varejao. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Barnes. And Curry, here we go. Got that one up quick.
Boy, they've been getting a lot of their points on those mid-range jumpers.
Now, that's a shot that can come and go. Not an easy shot, but they're doing a nice job knocking them down. Tell you what, he's draining the three ball at will, guys.
Yeah, he is, and they've got to find a way to get out there on it.
Pass to Hudson. Guarded by Barea. Fades. Again, Golden State.
And it's his poise at the offensive end that impresses me most. This guy is unflappable.
Matthews dishes to Harris. They get it again. Three-pointer. And again, Wesley Matthews for three. Matthews has got 36.
And you got to love what he's been able to do with the ball in his hands in this game.
Back to Durant. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Havlicek, he's checked in for Golden State. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth. Here's Barea. Another three for Dallas.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide-open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played there. It's actually offense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Curry can't get it to go.
You got to be careful, though. There's a real balancing act. You can't let your ego try to run your offense. You can see he really wanted to answer that made three with one of his own. Not the best decision.
Left side, Durant.
Oh, look out.
He's definitely showing some real sweet dunking skills here.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my gosh. What a play.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
Marion with the steal. And here's the fast break. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He dishes it to Harris. Three-pointer. Harris missing again.
Tough three-point try there with a hand in his face.
Boy, you'd be lucky to make that one against great defense.
Shooting for Golden State, Andre Iguodala.
It's the first that brings them within 5. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Nowitzki comes in for Devin Harris. And it's Collison in for J.J. Barea. The Mavericks have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. And here's Matthews from the arc. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Contact on that three-point attempt, and he'll go to the line.
You know, you got to be careful beyond the arc as a defender to not pick up a foul like that. That's a bad foul.
And so he's able to pick up 2 of 3 from the line. And it's a 6-point ball game. Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 6. 16 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, there's a little bit of time here to play with, so a three and a quick foul could make things interesting.
Very much so. Either way you cut it, they're going to need a pair of threes and some help at the other end as well.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Now Nowitzki, and an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You can't let them just dribble it out.
That's right. I mean, you got to send them to the line and hope for a few misses.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Those foul shots right there with the dagger in the heart. It's all but over, guys.
Iguodala. Good work defensively by Marion. No good. So we see the Mavericks get the...
83, the Mavericks.